Test telephone switch to arm light on.
Switching command to internal. Fuel tank pressure. 9, 8, ignition. Main stage. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Fuel tank pressure.
Good evening once again, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Division 2 of the CSC Challenger Series here on a Wednesday night at 8 p.m. per usual. Well, hey, man, I got to tell you, we got another good battle on our hands with Bobby Dees Jr. and Paul Otto. The win percentage on these guys is second to none as their two top performers so far in Division number 2, Sean.
Yeah, absolutely. You want to talk about, first of all, these names are like they could be two-seasoned jazz musicians, right? Like two of the best in the world. Bobby Dees Jr., Paul Otto. Like they just ring cool, you know? Bobby Dees playing out of, in Millstead, Illinois. He's playing at Jack's Place. And then Paul Otto is in Michigan playing at Johnny B. Good's tonight. Two locations that both have checkered board floors, which is interesting. So I'm looking forward to this. There's going to be some great darts being thrown between these two players. Bobby D is playing great. Win percentage 76.9. He has defeated Mitch Barham and Jeff Riesberg. Only lost 6 legs total in the process of doing so. And week 2, he jumped up that average. So we'll see if that continues this week. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, you're correct. I mean, two tough competitors here. Bobby, kind of our first time getting to see him. Paul, we've seen in the past, but yeah, I mean, both tough competitors. Of course, I know Bobby through playing him in the past, and yeah, gonna be a tough competitor out of that St. Louis area, no doubt. And yeah, as you mentioned, it's gonna be a little bit hard as we get used to the checkered floor tonight. Just a little bit different seeing both sides of the bars have that going on. So yeah, we'll figure it out, I guess, as we go. But hey, let's take it to Mr. Paul Otto as we get underway with more. Mr. Otto-matic. I like that nickname.
Yeah.
Vendor is music. Location Johnny B. Good's. Been playing for 25 plus years. Got a 4.40 MPR currently with a 64.5 win rate. Some of those target Rob Cross 18 grams. And how about this? He's got 14-9 marks, 1-8 mark, and 38-7 marks on the season.
Yeah, he's throwing phenomenal. Week 1, he defeated Sweet Fisher with a 4.24 versus a 3.77. So Sweet did not shoot well in week 1. Got pushed week 2. Jesse Gore, tough opponent. We've talked about him before. We've shown him 4.53 from Paul Otto in week 2 to defeat Jesse Gore with a 4.37. So he raised that up significantly when he needed to. He's going to have to do that again tonight against Bobby Dees, who's throwing lights out right now.
Yeah, he is. And let's go ahead and just take it on right over to him. Mr. Big Red is what he's known as. Go ahead. Take it the rest of the way.
I just thought you were going to do everything. Playmore is his vendor, playing at Jack's Place for 12 plus years. He's throwing that 4.74 MPR, and that win rate is the highest so far this season for Division 2, 76.9. Throwing the Target Echo 21 gram darts. He's coming in with 12-9 marks, 33-7 marks, 47-5 marks in just 24 games played. Week 1, defeated Mitch Barham with a 4.53, which is the exact same average that Paul Otto shot in week 2. And then just jumped it up major against Jeff Riesberg, 4.96 and a 9-2 victory in week number 2. So coming in with a lot of momentum.
Yeah, well, we've mentioned that first CSC Challenger Series match, the first one of the season, really, is really kind of, you just kind of get underway, and it's really tough to judge how you're going to perform. But yeah, to step it up the way he did in week number 2 was impressive. So I'm looking at Bobby Dees to run it tonight. I think he's just in form. I think he's going to show us what he's up. I've got him winning 9-5 here this evening. But we'll see. I mean, we know Paul through the past and seen what he's been capable of. But we'll find out. What do you guys got in the chat? Let us know.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm actually going to just chalk this up as a classic Division II matchup tonight. 9-8, last leg decider. And I think Bobby Dees does pull it out with a big average in that last leg. But there's something about the 4.53 average in week 1 from Bobby Dees. Now it skyrocketed to a 4.96, but the 4.53 from Paul Otto in week 2, they've got to be so close tonight. I just think the battle's going to be right there, and I can't wait. Plus, one of the best dart nicknames that we've seen in a very long time, Automatic.
It's a good one. It's a good one. As we'll get underway, Bobby Dees to start us off, rocking his Darts for Kids jersey tonight.
Love it.
Good cause that is for. So support those when you see those tournaments pop up.
Remember, everybody in the chat, if you are rooting for your boy Bobby or typing that out at all, it is 2 B's, not 2 O's.
Yeah, Nick.
As Paul Otto with a 6 mark opening. I wasn't trying to call him out, but
I just had to. I had to. Let me tell you, Nick's got himself some new equipment. So anytime that happens, you gotta make sure it's running correctly. So I totally understand, man. I totally understand it happens, but we just had to have a laugh, didn't we?
Oh, it's great. I haven't viscerally laughed like that. Now this is obviously making me sound super immature in a long time, seeing that go live. Big 9 from Paul Otto. Boom goes the dynamite.
Yeah,
gets the Michigander. It's the first.
Gets us underway with one, huh? Right off the bat, first leg.
Jason Watt with the ought to be a good one tonight. You, sir.
That's a good
something
one.
else. Something else. And Rick Askins, calm down. The beard is mine, not Will's. Look at Paul. Goes 9er and then 7.
That'll certainly help you out.
It is 0-0 here. Leg number 1, CSC Challenger Series Division II matchup. Boom goes the dynamite there for Bobby Dees Jr. 1 apiece already. Will, what's the over-under for 9s tonight?
Gotta love that. I was gonna choose maybe a lower number because of the 12 in favor of Bobby and the 14 for Otto. So Paul Otto, that was good. Because it kind of shapes up for what would be 13 on the night, but being that we got 2 right off the rip, I'm gonna go with 14.5 tonight. I'm gonna go with just maybe more.
I like it. It just depends on if they feed off each other, right? You've seen it so far in leg number 1. It's going to be a good one. I love how Mike didn't realize Bobby's in Illinois, and his wife also put the same thing, like word for word.
Yeah, apparently
earlier. That's really funny.
We were a little surprised by that, but I did mention that St. Louis is right border Illinois, so you really go right by the arch and cross that bridge, and it's Illinois. So
you can throw a rock.
Maybe just lives right on the outskirts. I actually thought he was going to be playing at South 94. Beaster, I mentioned last stream, but admittedly, looks like not. A little bit smaller bar, at least from the view.
Yeah, it could be giant on the other side. We don't know that for a fact. But you want to talk about like I see your floor and raise you a floor? Like the difference here between Jack's place and then you shoot over to Johnny B. Goods and the checkered floor just like triples in size. Ready for it? Boom. Triple stamp to double stamp right there. Paul Otto in control right now against the throw in leg number 1. 5.67.
Yeah, throwing pretty well right off the bat here.
Ryan O'Flynn says 19 9s. That's a lot. Oh, Mike says, yeah, I was logged into hers. Well, someone needs to stop trying to check in on the wife. Somebody got caught.
That's a thing? That's a thing.
Becky, you call? Yeah, I've never once done that one. That's so great. Peggy, it's okay. You can stay here. We can all cheer for Jordan. You can hear him from wherever you're turning in from. That's not going to be a problem.
Multiple devices. It comes in handy.
Make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that share button, let everybody know that we are live here. Partners Promoting Darts, USA Darts Productions. And Paul Otto
More.
is going to win game number 1. And it's a 5.44 NPR to a 4.56. So coming out the gate hot.
Some good averages for leg number 1. Once again, thanks for choosing to join us, everyone. We appreciate it. We can't tell you, man, enough. Just Wednesday nights are just as appetizing as Monday. Maybe there's a little bit less on the average front, but usually they're pretty tight knit. They're going to be a good display, and you're going to have a good amount of 9s as well. So definitely share around. If you have not, let your friends know, hey, we're still alive and kicking here. Just a different night.
There you go. So I got to be honest with you. Paul Otto, the last name Otto, every time I say it, I think of the Limp Bizkit song where he goes, John Otto, take him to the Matthews Bridge. And then he starts drumming. It's off of Hot Dog Flavored Water, that CD. But I just remember it every time.
And that's a random fact brought to you by Sean Green, everybody.
Someone else. No. Someone else is going to be in there and is going to agree with me in the chat.
And that's the Dunkin' Donuts random thought of the night brought to you by Sean Green.
Boston cream.
Cookie butter cold brew. All righty.
If you just refresh there, Jeremy, it stops saying booby.
It definitely does. It's annoying how you can't mess up on a live and then it'll keep showing it for some reason.
And honestly, I just like the fact that it actually does stay for my enjoyment whenever I look down at it. Nobody else is going to say anything about John Otto. Okay, never mind. I was wrong.
Told you, brother.
Whatever. Bobby Dees is looking out in front. Paul needs another bowl to get the point lead, though. Well, just to say not quite yet. That'll do. Made that look easy, didn't it? 6-2-1.
Yeah.
Division 2 is in fuego to start off this match.
That's nasty. 6-2-1. Nice.
1-1 score line. Hit that like button, hit that share button. They are in fuego tonight. Charles tuned in from Logan, Utah. One of our guys who supports us every week. Just gets in there and says, hey, Logan, Utah in the chat. Oh, Paul. That's one of the worst feelings, right? Just get that trip 20 on dart 1 and then miss.
It really is, because you feel like you're about to do some damage right off the bat, and then unfortunately you give it up for him to do that to you.
Boom goes the dynamite. Bobby Dees.
What a time to do it.
Early in this match. It's always a great time to do it when it's to start off the leg, because it's the only way to have a perfect one. And that's how you jinx it right out the gate. Brought to you by Sean.
Well, this is gonna need to do something here, Paul. I feel that you gotta have a 6 at least on these 18s. Yep, and then take your look. How about it?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of dynamite being exploded real quick, real early in this match, so I'm not going to say it this time.
And we're going to one here in just a moment.
I'm just keeping the voice loose for that one. Let's put it that way. Hanish, stop tripping in here, okay? And hey, Mike.
We swear we fixed it. Oh, that would be why. That's all right, Nick.
Nick is just finding out that it's still in the wrong spot. Bobby makes Paul pay for that mistake. Only a 1 mark. And that's how quickly this is going to change here in Division 2.
He forgot he doubled down on the B's.
On the BOO.
Boo!
Scared you.
Oh, gosh. All right, 7 mark from Paul. Now, Bobby has that upper hand, though, on the 17, so collect at least 1, and you can take a look. But, yeah, chooses the wide and stay in there. Granted, not the highest advantage possible, but, I mean, I agree there. You've got to stay.
Yep. Now, have you seen Bobby play in person at all, Will?
Yeah. I played against Bobby in steel tip, not soft tip, but yeah.
So the throw looks real quick and just smooth, and is that how he throws? It just looks that nonchalant.
It gets a little sporadic at times. I think we saw that early, but now it's kind of smoothed out a little bit. But yeah, I mean that's pretty much his standard. He's pretty quick at the line.
Paul has an interesting shoulder motion at the start of his throw, like almost like a rock to it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's every single time, so it works perfect that way. Bobby, point lead, big 9. Boom goes the dynamite. Bobby Dees.
Leg 3, and we've got 5 Niners in a Wednesday night Division 2 battle. Come on, folks, share it around. Let them know we're live. You have to. Incredible stuff here.
No idea what the record is, but could they break the record for 9s in Division 2? We have no idea what it is, so maybe. Where's Mike when we need him?
Exactly.
Oh, right. Smash! That's my calling card for him.
Well, Bobby now just needs the 1. Has a 3-point advantage, so all for it.
Yep. First start double, 5-5-2. The winning legs in the first 3 legs, the winnings average 5 plus, 5.5 plus, 6 plus, and then a 5.5 plus. Holy Toledo.
Yeah. Good stuff here. If you're Paul, you got to feel pressure early. I mean, knowing that Bobby just went 2-1, 5-5-2. You think he's 4, and he only gets 3. So here we go.
Well, let's everybody call at the same time. Mike's a liar. He says all stats matter, but he doesn't care about Division 2 ones. Riddle me that. You're going to have to take off work tomorrow, Mike, and figure that out. Okay. Paul Otto, big 7. Yeah, brace to 9. All cricket. Loser will start the previous leg unless any player is down 3 or more legs. They will continue to go first until that deficit is reduced to 2 legs. That's the PPD player advantage rule. And if we go the distance,
and we go for speed,
the players will cork for start in that last leg decider, which will be a 3-dart count-up that we saw to start the match as well. which by the game screen says it's game 5, even though it's game 4. And welcome. I left early on. We saw in the chat said rooting for Uncle Bobby in the Madison in the chat, rooting for Uncle Bobby, I think is what it said. Maybe Uncle Paul. But I love it. It's always great to see family and they're supporting. What? Heather Fuller doesn't know these folks? 9-7 Paul Otto.
Well, there you go. Choice from Heather is Paul looks to strike gold here. And he finds it. Another one. Another one.
Goes the Michigander. And Bobby just shrugs a 7 in there. Throwing a terrible 4-4. I'm joking, of course. But the 5+ is going to continue. Yeah, it's going to continue. About to be 2 legs apiece, my friend.
Looks like it.
You said 9-5, Bobby Dees. Based on how Paul's throwing so far, do you still like that prediction? It's still early, right?
Yeah, it's still early. I mean, what we've been seeing late is the split until break, you know.
Yep. Bobzine did win on Monday night in a great battle, 9-7. And Trevor, you're right. These guys are throwing like Division I right now.
Was that a 4-7-8 there from Bobby?
I do not know, but it was a 5-2-1 from Paul.
Yeah.
You said Bobby's nickname is Big Red?
Yep. According to our little slide there at the beginning of our show. Actually wasn't familiar with that until now.
Like if he ever has to do a walk-on song, he literally should just put on repeat Ricky Bobby saying the Big Red commercial. I think that'd be
Why
hilarious. And put a little beat behind it. Someone remix that.
Needs to fill this up, you feel?
Man,
yes, he
feels
does.
like it. He feels it up. Boom goes the dynamite.
Dude,
Back-to-back 9s. Holy goodness.
8 already.
And we know that you can't see the number on the screen. That's, again, it's just Nick's fault. But he's trying to fix it. The good news is that we got covered anyway, because Will's got that figured out. Big 7 follow-up from Paul. My goodness. Follow the leader here, and the leader is throwing extremely well. What's up, Mr. Lost Boy? Jacob Armstrong. How you doing, my friend? Only a 4 that time from Paul. Is that going to be the slip?
Well, Bobby goes ahead and takes his shot teens, and I don't mind that. You know, hit 2 singles is okay because of the point advantage here. So,
well, statistician extraordinaire Mark Lacombe in the chat saying Bobby Dees finished first place in the 2024 You Shoot 'Em, I Rank 'Em series. But Paul with another 9er. Boom goes the dynamite. Number 9. We're in leg number 5, man. This is a rapid pace of 9s. Oh, no, he misses the big number twice. And that will hurt.
Yeah, Paul's going to try to attack here and wants at least one triple.
It will
Oh,
not hurt.
no. That is unfortunate there.
Wow. Wow, wow. It is follow the leader. Bobby makes up for the mistake he just had. Paul's going to have to move somewhere else.
Yeah, 7 mark is good, but it's just not enough here, especially when you're fighting the 20s for Bobby. So he's still got to convert, and he does with the last dart savior.
Yeah, great darts from Bobby, but opportunity for Paul. See if he goes and stays. Yeah, I almost would have rather him close a new wedge with how it just looked blocked, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that was a on the first dart type of reaction. Oh. Look at that. Maloney saying Paul has finished over a 5-1 both of our last league matches. So I've seen this a few times out of him. And that's part of my point that I made at the beginning of this. You know, he raised it up when he needed to last week. And to see him doing the same again this week when he needs to against Bobby has been very impressive. And Mike, everyone's going to shoot their best against you. You force them to do that. How about Mama Griggs in the chat?
Yeah, how about that? Congratulations, you guys.
Hope everything's going well. Every dart jersey from this point forward should just say Mom on it instead of Carly. Bobby just that 20 bet is baby bear's bed right now for him. It's just right.
Yeah, even a big here is not going to be enough. So that is a good 7 mark, but still down by.
Ryan, your 19 prediction's looking terrible. It's going to get way more than that. 1,000 points. We've hit the jackpot. Halfway to a ton, baby. It's only round 12. Division 2. Wow.
And this is just back and forth.
This
back
is
and
insane.
forth. 5-3-3, 5-0.
Is he going to look? He looks and takes it. The high ground is getting higher. So when do you take the shot at the 20s if you're Paul? Like I would do it now.
You think?
Yeah.
I mean,
you just got rid of it.
It's a tough time. It's a tough to do so because no matter what, even if you hit the triple on the 16 down,
Yep.
That 20s is a good play, but
it don't matter.
Still opens the door to 1, 2, 3, or go after the 15s, and yeah, it's not going to matter at the end because big 7 from Bobby.
Yep.
What a match so far as we're getting ready to go 3-2. and every leg so far has been our lowest leg on the winning side has been 5-2-1.
Yep. It's crazy. And that might drop here, but it might not.
It just depends on up here. It looks like it will potentially drop off just a hair.
But how about this? Bobby Dees the third chiming in saying triple 20 has always been his favorite spot. I'm going to guess he knows a thing or two about that. Probably taking some whoopings from Pops.
Andy Douglas saying Ken Rip beat Cody Drager 9-6.
Wow. It's a good battle. And that's a big fish out with Cody Drager. Really talented Wisconsinite. Bobby Dees, 4-9-4. That's the first winning leg below a 5. Barely. And it gives him that 3-2 score line. Heading into leg number 6. We do take a short break after leg number 7. We have a couple commercials that we will run featuring the now 1 year older Jen Mounts.
Oh,
celebrated her birthday yesterday.
I don't know if I'm seeing a leg average here, if I'm seeing a match average, but at the break, it is 5-2 advantage Corey Beck over Randall Wisnat. And I'm seeing a 5-5-2 from Corey and a 5-0 from Randall.
Okay. Division 2 is popping this evening.
I was really high on that match. Just anticipating to see how Randall would get on with this being his first go at the CSC and what have you, especially playing Corey. So overall, I mean, wow. If that's the match average, that's pretty impressive. Here we go.
Yeah.
Another impressive shot from these two.
That's almost unlucky. Corey Beck right now does have the highest MPR in Division 2 with a 4.85. Of course, he won Season 6 of the CSC Challenger Series Division 2. And then Randall at a 4.4. So having to raise it up that much is super impressive if that's what's happening. And still just not able to do much with it. Paul aggressive on dart 2 to stay there on the 19s. And if you're Bobby and you just saw yourself win a leg just by keeping the high ground, I think you get aggressive here. Not now, but if you had the opportunity.
If you get that opportunity, go ahead. Looks like the play nowadays. You just got to be aggressive with it, and especially this time. I mean, if you can snag a few.
Yeah. Yeah, so solidify your spot in the lead and at the break. We've seen those go different ways after the break, but it's so often going into it with the advantage, the confidence there just sometimes is overmatched.
Well, Bobby, you got to escape to another wedge. The 17s is going to be your answer. Needs 6.
Only got 5.
Only 5. Yeah, only 5. But keeps ball kind of marking and them to stay on those 20s. 5 return.
Yeah, this is almost, minus the ridiculous scoring of the last leg. This is almost identical in the position that the players are in, only reverse.
Mm-hmm. I mean, for the match right now, it's a 4.85 for Paul, 5.08 for me. So, really impressive performance here in Division 2. I mean, we have seen, I think, what was it, Tansy that put up a 5+ in Division 2 previously. But
Hollanday.
Yep, Paul as well. And there's still a lot of match to be played here. I mean, but they're riding it out on a pretty good run.
Yes, they are.
That just seems to be the case for all our matches these days. We just got such a big talent pool with the game progressing the way it has been. Everybody's getting, whether it's over in the UK, right here in the USA, even up in Canada, it doesn't matter. I mean, the talent is unreal these days when it comes to darts, and anybody can win at any given moment.
Yep. How'd Soldier do today, Modus?
Question, I don't know.
Okay. I know he was sitting even at the top of the table after the first 2 days. They did him dirty by putting him in double trouble 3.
Right.
And I don't know if you saw, it's all seniors players except for Ted Evans and Keegan Brown. 485 for Paul
Crazy how
Otto.
that works.
Wins leg number 6. So we are dead even as we go to leg number 7. Who is going to have the advantage before the break? Bobby Dees is going to go first.
Jason said one the gore Leonard.
Nice.
But didn't he play
Thanks,
back to
Squad.
back? Didn't he play last week's as well?
Yeah.
That's a good streak to go on. Just stay playing the seniors, then turn around and play 2 modes back. Just stay over there for a month. Why not?
Hey. You got to do what you got to do, Junior. But the good news is that with him playing last week, getting that break for a couple of days, winning Group A is was almost necessary for him, right?
I think for him, yes. I think he'll want a couple nights in the room or days in the room.
I'm not with whatever the chat's saying.
I'm doing it.
All right. Yep. This is all for your pleasure, folks. All of these effects that we're using. But we'll also make it more clear for you after the break now that you actually want to hear Will for once. You know, if you guys would just make up your minds, that'd be wonderful.
Just to speed test, I'm okay on that. Figure it out. Break.
Yeah, it's something simple.
If need be, I'll just leave. No, I'm just kidding.
Please don't.
How about another big triple for Paul? Good stuff. Good 6 for him.
Again, starting off hot here in this leg, but the high ground. See how aggressive he gets taken out. I think you got to stay. Yeah, that's fine too. Maybe you don't. You don't that early. I'm trying to be way too aggressive.
I mean, you have to play a little bit aggressive, and of course, you want that lead going into break, but gotta be smart.
Should have taken it there.
Big play from Bobby. Forces 2 big triples from Paul.
I mean, the minimum either guy is throwing right now is a 4. In a round, a 4 is a bad round right now for these guys. Thanks a lot, Bobby. Thanks a lot. Why'd you have to ruin it right away?
Dennis Sandin letting us know he got the win over Bob Anderson tonight, 9-5.
Okay, so Bob Anderson, Division I Wambo champ, out. And that tells you how tough this bracket is.
I mean, yeah, every bit of it. Division I, Division II, it doesn't matter. You're in for a fight the whole way. I'm just keeping an eye on this Randall Corey match. Corey starts off with a big 7, trip 20, trip 19, single 18, and Gator goes 9 mark on the 17s. What a match. And then Corey just answered back with a 9 himself.
Well,
unreal.
It sounds ridiculous going on there. The winner of that one takes on the winner of Jordan Meyer, Christian Broussard, 2 of our favorites in Division 2. And then, of course, Paul Otto, Bobby Dees, you're seeing this one. And then the winner of that one gets the winner of Jeff Burning and Philly, Mike Segal. And Paul Otto.
This is a big round here for him. He's trying to break right here. This would be a big break of throw.
Oh, this would be a heck of a 9er. It is a 9er. Boom goes the dynamite for Bobby Dees once again. The 10th 9 mark. Yay, Nick. Great job. He just goes, oh. Well, I'm not being nice to you anymore. Awesome. Paul hammers one right back. Back-to-back 9s for these 2 gents. A 6.11 for Paul Otto in leg number 7. This is division number 2.
Unreal stuff. 11 9s before break in Division 2. Wow.
The juggernaut in the chat, Rick Kinsey.
Just nasty.
The Mustang, Sally Kelly in the chat as well.
Yeah, she was in Hungary there this past weekend, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
Seems like an incredible place to go.
Oh, they're gorgeous.
They love their darts there too.
Paul Otto gets it done to take the lead going to the break with a nice break of throw. 5.72 from Paul Otto. And,
it's a 5.27 for Bobby. I mean, too impressive there. Had to go one way or the other, and Paul's going to sneak out the lead going into break. Folks, we battle 4.97 plays 5.01. Don't go anywhere. We'll return in just a moment with the conclusion of this battle.
Who doesn't love free stuff? You can automatically enter our raffle to win a signed set of Johnny Clayton darts if you purchase our March Dart of the Month special. Enjoy 15% off all Johnny Clayton darts from Red Dragon, including his Hiraeth darts that pay homage to his Celtic roots. Everyone can enter the raffle, no matter if you're in the US or international, by purchasing the Dart of the Month before the end of March. Best of luck to everyone. What are O-rings? Meet these little guys. O-rings are small rubber rings that you can place on your shaft thread so it won't come loose. Here are 4 easy methods to put on an O-ring. The tuck and roll. Hold your O-ring against the thread and with your fingers stretch it over the shaft. Simply roll it down and it's on. The knit and roll. In a similar fashion, use the point of a dart to stretch the O-ring over the threads like this and roll it down. The backslide. Place the O-ring over the back of the shaft and roll it down the entire length until it sits at the base. If the previous methods are too hard, you'll love the O-ring applicator tool. Fit the O-ring onto the top like so, then place the tool over the shaft and roll it down like you see here. This is hands down the simplest method and the one we recommend most. A fun alternative is L-Style's Gomu system. Put the small cap on your shaft and that's it. It's fast and easy, but each cap is one-time use, whereas O-rings are reusable and only $2 a pack. Secure your shafts today.
In this video, I'll be going head-to-head against the entire staff in a thrilling best-of-3 match. But with a twist, we'll be relying on the Omni auto scoring system to keep track of the scores. How accurate is this thing? We threw nearly 1,000 darts to put the Omni cameras to the test. All right, double 4, here we go. No! Miles away. So far off. The Omni cameras are detecting exactly where the dart is landing on the board with instant recognition.
Hey, thanks for letting me win the last one.
You unleashed the beast. Of course, Nate, the experienced player, is not going down without a fight as he lands a precision double 7.
There we go.
Yes, game shots and the match.
That's cool.
The score is being calculated for you in real time, plus the element of the darts caller from the app. They work together to provide such an elevated play experience.
Got a dartboard with shabby segments and worn out sisal? Don't buy that brand new dartboard just yet. There's a much better solution. Knowing how and when to rotate your dartboard is an underrated practice many players neglect. Why rotate your dartboard? Although sisal is self-healing, you can't prevent the damage that occurs over time with high traffic segments like the treble 20. By rotating your dartboard, you can replace the 20 segment with a different segment that sees a lot less dart action. The damage gets distributed throughout all the segments, making your board last much longer. Decide how to rotate your dartboard. Whether you go clockwise or counterclockwise, be sure to stick with one method of rotating your board for consistent results. If you rotate it clockwise one time and then counterclockwise the next, you may be going back to a previously damaged segment instead of a fresh one. Return your board accessories back to your board once you've rotated it, starting with the number ring, and you're done. Dartboards are a big investment, so it's important to take good care of them. Regularly rotating your dartboard will help ensure you are throwing at a fresher 20 segment and will help make your dartboard last longer. Hope you found this video helpful, and we'll see you next time.
Dartboard lighting systems that work with soft tip boards, starting with what I'm calling your best value option, the 180 Illumina lighting system. Quick clarification, you cannot purchase the cheaper light version, LITE, but the more durable and robust normal Illumina lighting system is going to work since it mounts to the wall. If you want to upgrade to the ultimate setup, we'd recommend the Target Corona Vision lighting system, plus conversion kit that is compatible with most grand boards. This is basically a zero installation option. No power tools are needed. You're not mounting the light to the dartboard or the wall. You just assemble the legs to the light when you buy it, and then when you buy the conversion kit, it's magnetic. Just snaps right onto the leg, and the 4 prongs push into the dartboard. Target Arc light, which clips to the dartboard directly. So I have the Target Arc light under the Illumina, giving it more stability by accident, but if it was on its own, it'd be a little wobbly on the board. You can see the lights illuminating like half of the board, and it's certainly in danger of falling if you bump into the board or retrieve your darts too hard.
Welcome back, everyone. We are here for the conclusion of this Division II battle, and man, it's been just an absolute thriller so far. We've got some hefty averages, 497, 5.01. It doesn't get any tighter than that as we currently find ourselves 4-3 in advantage for Paul Otto. Sean, I mean, some impressive scoring here. We've seen a ton of 9 marks. We got 6 for Paul, 5 for Bobby. I mean, geez, this is a Division I battle, but we're seeing it on a Wednesday night Division II one.
Yeah, they're both running into a buzzsaw, but it's each other. And in those situations, all we get to do is sit back and watch which one chops down the tree first, because this is fun. It's been a great battle so far. 4-3 lead for Paul Otto after just breaking the throw. And I mean, you called him losing to Bobby fairly, 9-5. He was kind of that big of an underdog coming into it average wise. So to see him come in and be able to raise it to where it is, 497 and a 5.02 would be the highest 2 averages right now in Division II. It's like we say this almost every week, but these guys are really putting on a show. It's been an absolute fantastic match to watch. If you're just joining us, hit that like button, hit that share button. You're going to want to join us for the rest of this one and send this out to your friends.
I'm going to be honest. It wasn't my, I guess, I didn't think that Paul was going to bring this performance. I thought Bobby would bring his A game tonight, and which he has. But yeah, just the step up from Paul as well to see this one going on. It is pretty nice as we get a good opening 7 from Bobby.
And they're both not slowing down really at all. Unlucky last start. But yeah, you said it. Division 2 is looking like Division 1 right now.
Well, it's Division 1.2. It's
Yep.
not Division 2. It's Division 1.2. Come on.
Well, Bobby Dees said, "How do you like these darts?" Nice 6 mark from him. You're welcome for saying at least one time.
That was good. That was good. We needed it.
The 18s and Paul have been friends tonight. So Bobby's got to get them separated, and he does that cleanly. 6.0 playing a 5.0. And Bobby's almost throwing faster. And we talk about it every week, the difference between Division 1 and Division 2, consistency.
That's
the
it.
talent is there.
Consistency throughout the match. I mean,
Yep.
Usually you see some form of drop off in Division 2. That's going to happen at some point. But yeah, I mean, usually it's when do we see it? When do we see it in Division 2? You know, and it could very well happen here in these next couple legs. But so far, it's been a good one. Here we go.
I mean,
Here we go.
Needs a 9, hits the 9. Boom goes the dynamite. Such impressive stuff. Oh, my goodness. I mean, just immediately fires back. It's crazy.
Just incredible stuff.
Staying in it. Oh, that's so unlucky. He doesn't throw a soft dart, and it kissed hard off of that flight and jumped into the 7. Bobby, calm down on the 20s, man. It is not like any bigger than any other treble, and you're making it look so simple.
Save some for the rest of us, my guy.
Yeah. His treble 20 ratio has been ridiculous. Only the 2 there from Paul. That might end the battle here for this one.
I think it should. I mean, Bobby should take advantage here. I say should. Will he take the look? He will, and gets it. Yeah, he has picked. You see, I think he's picked up the pace just a hair here. I told you he's kind of his rhythm. He kind of throws fast and then a little bit smoother. He's throwing a little bit quicker.
And I actually think Paul's speeding up his game a little bit here too. And I don't think that's on purpose.
Nope.
Which is where we're seeing the 4-4-3 come into play.
He's definitely kind of got suckered into the speed of Bobby so far. And you can nonchalantly go about the match and not even realize that until afterwards. I mean, that's just part of it. If you don't, kind of find a way to pace yourself, but we'll see. Middle point of this one, far from over.
Bobby Dees, a 4.85 is, I believe, the lowest winning average we've had so far. It ties it, if I'm not mistaken, from like leg 6 or something. But maybe like 5. But it ties it back up 4-piece. Should be Paul going first. And the Michigander playing at Johnny B. Goods. Taking on Bobby Dees Jr. playing on the Missouri-Illinois border in Illinois at Jack's Place.
Good 5 opener. We always say that's like the bare minimum that you have to come up with here in these matchups. Not, it can turn on you.
Five opening. That's one of those where it's like, oh, that's a pretty big adjustment I got to make there with that dead center 111, and it opened up for
Yep.
another one. That's a brutal first start, and it's hard to respond to it.
Yeah, it's very hard. Now Paul has pure giveaway to take the look and does so. Just lands into that trip 5. So we'll have the point lead, but will it matter after this round from Paul? Still finding that trip 1.
Twice now.
Oh, no.
And that was not far from that border.
Writes it, but I think that Bobby will get a shot here, at least one dart.
And hits it in the first dart. You know he's going to. You can't give him a 1 dart at 20s. They're gone.
Well, in this kind of match that we've seen, I mean, it's been this back and forth. But if you give your opponent a look, most likely he's going to hit the single. But I mean, their odds are pretty well to hit that triple right now because they're just both hitting. When you're throwing a 4.88 and a 4.99, I mean, come on.
Yep. But I'm starting to get worried. I'm starting to get worried about Paul, and it's because I don't think he's realizing that he's throwing as fast as he is right now. And I don't even think he's realizing that he's not throwing close to as well as he was earlier. Like it almost just feels like I'm shocked he's throwing a 3-4 in this leg. You know what I'm saying? Like it's felt better, but just because of the pace.
Yeah, exactly. David, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. I think that's one of my Canadian friends. Haven't seen you in a while. I think we met on the on the board one time virtually. Good to see you in here. Paul needs to find a new wedge here. 16s or 15s. It's going to be down by 110. He's got to fill it up.
He's been good on those 16s and continues to be such, but that might be a little bit too little too late.
The vibes I'm getting there as well.
Maybe not.
Yeah, wow.
Mama's wrong again.
I get the play there from Bobby to attack that number, but I figured the 16s would be his first play and then take the look with his maybe his last if he didn't convert. We'll see if that hurts him. Big triple there. Oh, unfortunate for Paul as he hits the single 3, but
it's the right move.
Yeah, it was. You got to take that look given the opportunity, especially when you're going 16s versus 19s, and bye-bye.
Yep. Big 8 from Bobby Dees. Yeah, the first start is just so difficult to overcome. That being said, it was in a better spot than if it was on the other side of the 10 treble because of where Paul stands. But still, 4 is not good enough, as you can tell. A little bit surprised Bobby didn't go.
Correct.
Little surprised Bobby didn't go with the Bulls there on dart 3, but either way, that's definitely a no harm, no foul move.
No, it's definitely
bonus
not.
Points are better.
Good 4 mark from Paul, but yeah, you can see the advantage sways heavily in favor of Bobby. Just 1, 2, 3 needed.
David, unfortunately, will be there for Team Dart. But I will not be, which I know is what you actually were caring about. Oh, and really, unfortunately, Nick will be there.
I'm sad I'm going to miss out on a couple events in May.
Huh?
Why is that, Will?
Yeah. Oh, no reason at all. It's just, unfortunately going into hibernation. 455-360.
And that's a
Good
lead back for
back-to-back
Bobby
legs there
Dees.
from Bobby.
Yep.
How dare you, Nick?
The only two I know of is there's a CDC event in May, and then there's also the chairman of the board.
There's also a pretty big event in Wisconsin.
What is that? Whammo.
Oh, is that it?
About?
Yep.
Donald saying hopefully a last late decider again. I agree with Donald.
Yeah, you can never go wrong with it, right? A last league decider is always what you want out of these matches. And most of the time we get, I guess I can't say most of the time. We've been lucky enough that we've got quite a few of them in our heydays here. But yeah, I think that it would definitely have the making of it. We're back and forth. Now, granted, Paul starting to have the drop off of the last few legs per se. Now, can you consider it a drop off, or is it quite yet? I don't know. I think 3 legs, this you can consider it. 2 legs, it's going to happen, you know?
Yeah, he's got to start finding a little bit of that magic again that we saw earlier before the break from Paul Otto. Still in there. He's just that much, just a little bit more off.
Yeah.
He's not hitting singles. He's hitting neighbors. But that's a heck of a last start. Andy, I've been coming to Booyaka for 3 of the 4 years. So it's me again.
No,
Hello.
No, I got news for you. Sorry.
I got news for you. I'm coming. So you better have a room or a bed or I'm cuddling. Let's do this.
There's a cardboard box in the corner.
Perfect. I'll take the bed. You can have that.
Otto needs the 20s, needs to find a triple here.
Oh, so brutal.
And that's unfortunate, but he does collect with the last good saving grace dart there. If he wouldn't have found that, he'd have been on the kind of the unfortunate end here and he's still going to be.
Yep.
Just what a dart. What a dart from Bobby.
The second 8 mark. They've slowed down on the 9s, but not on all of the scoring power. But again, the difference between Paul now versus before the break is he's missing into neighbors and not missing into singles.
And he's just going to continue on trucking here down to the 17s. I mean, I get going back up, but he did kind of have a marker dart there on the 17s. I figured he's just going to place one right on top for the triple. For me, that's the ideal marker on a 6 or 17 or 19, just underneath the triple bed. Place it right on top of it.
Andy, that's completely fine. I've seen some dog beds that are nicer than my actual bed at home. So as long as it's not built for a poodle this time. All right, Paul. Need them all.
Yeah, and that's a tough workaround too. I mean, you saw that kicker there. And yeah, just only able to find 2. What a terrible placement for that first to be. I mean, just sitting right there where it is. You work over to the left-hand side, and yeah, it opens it up a little bit, but now you're kind of forcing a position on your body that you're not necessarily used to.
Bobby might kick himself for that round in just a second.
We'll see.
No, probably not anymore. But he can't do this. He can't start to let off the gas too. He only threw a 1 mark in that last visit. He's got to keep the pedal down because you don't want to give someone who's scrappy like Paul a chance.
Yeah, because he can take advantage in a heartbeat, and big triple here would be nice. He gets it, place it right underneath those 2 for a quality 7. Now Bobby's down by 10.
And now we're battling for a hot minute. Now it's definitely a battle.
I think he should have stayed there on those 18s, just missing the first. And it felt like he maybe rushed that a little bit. Maybe should have taken a little bit more time.
Yeah, but again, back and forth. Jordan, 9 to 5 is not really lucky. Like you can't I just want you to know that. It's nice that you're being humble about it, but good victory. And Christian Broussard is a tough opponent. He'll be tough out on the loser side. But Jordan Meyer into the top 4 on the winner side.
Yeah, I'm going to see him making a little run. I kind of cued him in for a good one here.
Paul, good last. It's only a 46-point lead.
Yeah, but I mean, still one big triple from Bobby, and he can take the look here. 2 fat 16s, but once again, I mean, just one hole outside of that triple, and only converts on 2. And now Paul can attack here. Yeah.
And by the way, again, this kind of stems from that 1 mark that Bobby had a few rounds ago. He's slipped since then. And Paul is putting a lot of pressure on now with the advantage. Who would have thunk it?
That's a big darts, and to have the confidence to stay after that first on a heavy drop into the trip 4. Good for him. But yeah, Bobby stomps right back with a 7 of his own on the 15s. Granted, only 2-point lead. So
I think that first start was huge. So you're going to look at it?
Yeah.
No.
You can see that nod from Paul there after that first start.
He's doing that a lot on the miss, and I don't like it.
No. Wow. Back-to-back 7s there.
Ryan, Bobby is playing out of Jack's place. Al already put it in there. Thanks, Al. Back to it. Ooh, that 6 will do. But winning darts for Bobby Dees, and he's been hammering the bulls.
What a gritty performance here we're seeing, guys.
He went the wrong way.
He went the wrong way.
Oh, no. It was a single anyway, he misread it.
He should have gotten 16s, not 15s, and he just did it. He just realized it.
He's laughing about it. Oh, no.
Yeah, he's still kicking himself.
Oh.
And he still may get out of it. He's going to have a shot here. Wow.
Very, very doable shot.
Take a second, Bobby. Take a second. Get rid of that thought that you just had, because he had his hands on his knees. He's been over. He's like, what did I just do? And he still has an opportunity. 2 fat 16s. Wow. Wow. What a leg.
You want to talk about a roller coaster that changed directions and then was going a certain direction until the twist ending. There's Bobby Dees does take a 2-leg advantage now over Paul Otto.
Well,
and that's 3 legs on the spin.
Yeah, he very well could have just. I think Paul. I don't even know what to say, because did Paul realize that he hit a 15 there and messed up, and then that caused him to make the mistake? I mean, or did he just flat out miss and give the opportunity back to Bobby? I think that's more or less what happened. But Bobby to rattle off 3 in a row here to take a 2-leg lead, biggest lead so far of the night. That'll work.
Yeah, I mean, Paul didn't do anything wrong as far as like the play goes. He missed the second bowl. You know, like it just happens sometimes, and then couldn't catch up with a treble on the 16s. And at that point, knowing that your opponent only needs 1, I guess it's why you argue for pointing instead of going for it. But that's not how Paul Otto's played all night, so I wouldn't expect him to change now.
Bobby's under pressure here early. 6.50 for Paul. And this is what he's going to have to do. He's got to pick up his pace a little bit. Last three legs, 4.25, 3.6, 4.40. Granted, not bad, but when your opponent's throwing 4.5, 4.55, 4.57, the advantage is a little bit in his favor.
Absolutely. That being said, and I think that we've noticed it right off the gate, that leg, the loss for Paul, almost did him better than Bobby winning that leg. Bobby's been way off so far in this one. Paul's been in fuego, just throwing with a bit more of an intensity that we saw out of him from the beginning of the match. Maybe the loss in that last leg woke him up again.
Very well could have. I mean, you see this advantage now he's created, 217 to 36. Put up quite the point differential here. As he's going to say, no, I'm grabbing a leg guaranteed. And looks like he'll take this one.
Yeah, with how the match has gone so far, to have a breeze by leg like this is a gift.
You'll definitely take it. You'll definitely take it for Paul, who's got three legs against him. He's happy to put one on the board. And in this fashion, it can give you a little confidence.
I don't know where those darts are going. I don't think Paul did either. I don't think I've seen Bobby hit just 3 bowls shooting at bowls only. I think it's been 4 more every time. That's in the double. It has to be, right?
It looks like a double to me. Granted, it could just be one of those deceiving ones.
Don't matter.
Yep.
Thank God.
I want him to kind of back it up just because. Back it up and be like, nope, that was a double. Just for the NPR, please.
I'm just happy I didn't have to think or have to find out that I was wrong, More for that. All right. 6-5. Paul gets back on track with the average, but still needs to break at some point to ensure a last leg decider. Bobby taking his time to get started here to start off leg number 12. And he says, Paul, you go first.
Not the darts you want to have for Bobby. This could be the moment where we see his little skid.
That's annoying if you're Paul. Only getting 3.
But if you're Bobby, you got to at least throw 1 here at the 20.
Yep.
Get rid of it. Only say, okay, it's it's closed.
Chris says it best. If y'all missed this one, you missed out.
Just goes to show you. You may not know some people. These are kind of maybe a couple unknown players to most, but there's a reason why we're giving you this. It's because numbers don't lie, and we're seeing it here tonight. This has been appetizing, and it's been neck and neck the entire way. Yeah, we've kind of took a little bit of a skid on our averages. We're 4.69, 4.79, but I mean those are definitely still up there.
Yep.
On the high end for the division.
Yeah, absolutely. And I thought it was hips don't lie.
I about broke out in song, but I didn't want to put you all through that.
That was great because that's a tough one to duplicate well. Like you're almost making fun of it every time you try to do it.
Shakira. I mean, she's great, isn't she?
Still, like, did you see her last live performance? It was in fuego, just like these guys are throwing tonight. My name is Jeff McMahon in the chat. What's up, brother? Reagan gets in the chat. Says, what's up, guys? Let's go, Bobby. Reagan, how do you know everyone? Like every match, not only do you know everyone, like you have a favorite in every match, and you have no shame in rooting for that person. It's impressive. You should be a commentator.
Good 7 there. But yeah, it's attack mode from Bobby. Good shot. And what an opportunity. He just struck gold on. What a 9.
Boom goes the dynamite.
Was that
Is that
number
number
14 tonight?
Is it that many? 13.
13.
Lucky number.
I think I
You said
counted
14
one
and a
extra,
half?
then I must have counted an 8. That's still pretty impressive.
Yeah, it ain't bad at all. That's not bad either. 6.0 from Bobby Dees. He's like, all right, I guess I'll try again this leg. 7-5 lead now for him. Big darts.
Reagan saying we've known Bobby for a while. Plus, he goes to darts for kids. Well, I mean, of course, there's if you've seen him at a tournament or two, but chances are there's somebody that watches from California, Washington, maybe the East Coast. They don't know who Bobby is, and that's kind of what we're talking about. Is you may not know somebody or see the name, and you're like, I'm not interested in that match, but we can assure you it's worth tuning in and at least keeping an eye on seeing how the match goes. And we're seeing that right here this evening.
Frank, I think that you're in the wrong group here. This is darts. It's good to have you. But and Venezuela does sound nice this time of year. I'm down. But I'm just going to assume you're talking about me. I am social. I'm definitely that last word. So.
Bobby,
the last
with a
part.
big 7 there.
Otto finds the last dart, and it's almost like a whew. He gone. I didn't say anything to Frank. I don't know what I did. I must have given him some of my money, I guess. 7 mark there from Bobby Dees. That banged the back of the dart in the treble and gave him a single. And Bobby's going to get 1 dart at the 20s, and that's all he's going to need. Boom goes the dynamite for Bobby Dees. There's number 14. Yeah, Nikki, it's doing the same here.
Looking like, I think it's a 9-6 score line for Corey Beck over Randall Wisnat.
That was a good comeback from
That's what I'm
Randall.
seeing. Yeah, not bad.
So
Not bad little match there.
Beck Meyer, top 4 matchup. And the winner of this one still awaiting the winner of Mike Segal, Jeff Burning.
Well, Bobby's put himself in a prime spot here, hasn't he?
Yes, he has.
This is just looking for 8-5, and I mean he's found this 2-leg differential again. But for him to put this 8-5, that's magnificent
It's
for
tough.
him. He's thinking, okay, one leg, and yeah, for your opponent mentally, it's damaging because you think, okay, now I've got to rattle off every opportunity I can from here on out, and every miss hurts more at that moment.
I mean, we've seen it time and time. It's just almost impossible to overcome, especially when your opponent has a 6th gear where you can average over a 6.0 in 1 leg.
Mm-hmm.
Like Bobby has done the last 2 legs up to this point. So it's
Yeah.
not looking It's not been good for Paul after the break. Overall.
Yeah, I mean, Bobby's had 3 real down legs tonight. It's been a 3-6-7, a 4-1-7, and a 4-3-8, all losing legs for him in those. But other than that, been pretty performance from him.
Almost extra.
And I mean, crispy like Baker, extra crispy.
Well, half the chat's gone now.
You're
But
welcome.
by the way, those people are weird. Like, you don't need to be eating half raw bacon, guys. Like, cook that bacon all the way through. I like it chewy too, but I don't like it like looking all flimsy and stuff. Chewy. Well, Bobby says, how about Dees? Darts. And it's a 5.31.
How do you like your bacon, folks?
Like if it's a rating
Maple
from 1 to
syrup
9,
covered.
one being raw, 9 being almost like Cajun style with a little burnt aspect to it. Where do you fit? I'm probably a 4.
I'm like
4
a
or 5 on
2.
the scale.
I'd say
You're a
midway.
2?
Yeah, midway.
It's a 2.
Yeah, I don't like I don't like any crunch my bacon. I'm weird.
Yeah, that's a little.
But I want it to be like cooked enough where I don't like,
All
having
right,
trouble.
no, thank you, Nick. Nick, don't talk to us tonight. We don't like you. All
Yeah,
right,
you're a 2,
back to
bro.
the match. Paul with a good 5 to open us up. Paul likes his bacon crispy. That's why he got a 5 mark.
And Bobby Dees is
Well,
a 3 still better than a 2.
I mean, yeah.
Like I feel like that's Dominic had to abuse you as a child if you like a 2 on the bacon scale.
That's pretty bad.
He
I
was
think
not a
Dominic
good
didn't
cook.
know how to cook bacon. He didn't know how to cook
I will
bacon,
say,
so he
this
just
is
gave it to him.
This is a true story. At family dinner the other day, he was like out on the Blackstone. He was grilling. He made some burgers and some chicken breasts. And he was like, "Hey, I got you. Like, here's the burger. Here's some chicken." Ate the burger. I was like, "Man, this is a really good burger." Go to eat the chicken. That's a medium rare chicken. The bottom half fully cooked, top half fully raw. It was impressive.
It's still frozen on one side. He probably
And
started
then,
cooking it.
and then I told him, I was like,
Oh,
"Hey, I don't
jeez.
think this chicken's cooked all the way." And he said, "Oh, just microwave it for a few." And I gave up.
He put salt on that. That's it too. Guaranteed. No pepper, just salt. Oh gosh.
Jeff,
All right,
that last word never needs to be described for bacon, but he's on a 2. That's about as last word as it gets for what you're saying there. But to end this debate right now, and wrap it up, a 2, Nick. My God, that's awful.
Terrible. All right,
Tastes
Bobby
good.
does find the big triple with the last 4 mark on the 17s, but if you're Paul, do you go ahead and try to shut the door fairly quick here? He thought about it. He thought about it there for a second. He was indecisive. That's why that shot ended up where it was. He wanted to go 17s, then looked at the 18s.
Not a chance. No, he that second dart was so smooth to the 18s, and it missed by the wire. Stop it.
No, you didn't see the look down at the 17s? That wasn't a look at the monitor. That was a look at the 17s.
It was a glance at something that we can't tell.
All right.
It looks like
All
he's
right,
looking
buddy.
down at everything anyway. Except for that time he looked up and to the left.
Jason Watt, that can be our team name if we ever play together.
Limp Bacon. Oh my gosh. That's a good one. That is a cover band for Limp Biscuit, Limp Bacon.
Fred Burst is the name of the lead singer.
Well, Paul definitely put himself in a good position here. Now trip 17, and there you go, folks. How about another
8?
Womp, womp, womp,
He ate up
womp.
that
Still,
round.
We've had a ton of them. We have had an absolute ton of big shots here. 8 marks, 9 marks. What have we had on the 8 marks? I think 3 or 4 on the 8s.
Yeah,
That's still
3.
pretty good.
See, this is all full circle, by the way, because mentioned Limp Bizkit at the beginning of this whole stream, and now it brought it back. You're welcome.
Tyler, fun fact: Nick doesn't like eggs.
That is true. I don't
Nope.
eat eggs, guys, like in any style.
So yeah,
And
he's
something
0 for
cake, I
2
guess.
on our book.
Not even Reese's eggs, which is weird.
Yeah, doesn't even like a good Cadbury egg. What the heck?
No, those are terrible.
Because he doesn't like chocolate either. Yeah, 0 for 3, ladies and gentlemen. 0 for 3. Back to the match. Yeah, Paul's done a good number here in this to grab this leg, and I think maybe that's a little bit of Bobby easing off the gas here, 4.0. But he knows he's gonna get the throw here in just a second, and that's a big thing.
Yep. And he'll get the throw 2 times in a row, which is massive. All right. Hey, Will. Did you know that you can win a signed set of Johnny Clayton darts with A to Z Darts monthly raffle by purchasing their Dart of the Month special? Don't forget to check out their St. Patrick's Day sale to earn a free Condor flight. Just tap the banners on their website to shop all A to Z Dart deals.
Yeah, Harith?
Yep,
Harith?
Harith Lim.
Yeah, no, Harith. Harith. That's the darts. I think they're the Welsh pronunciation, so it's a little bit hard. But they're Johnny Clayton's signature barrel that just came out. So giving a little bit more insight on those barrels, pretty neat. You talk about a tough language. You go over to Wales and look at those pronunciations and words they got there. Oh my!
Yeah, they say our tribes over there.
Get out of here! Stop it!
Why? Like, why do they have to have so many vowels?
I know it's crazy.
It's like, all right, it's pronounced school. How do you want to spell it? All right, CHULAALAALIII. OUGH.
Yeah, it's like 15 letters.
All right, sounds good to me.
Nuts. All right,
Paul
Paul
Otto.
really he really needs to have a winning round here. I would have went 2 trip 19s before taking my look up, but that'll work. Good 6 mark.
Hey Nick, how are the roommates doing tonight?
Which ones?
The ones that you live with?
My dad's doing great.
There we go. That's great.
I just thought you would refer to him as your roommate when you're talking to people.
I'll keep it $150 here. It's expensive out here. I got a new computer. I can't pay rent. What are you talking about? I eat medium rare chicken and stay at home.
That's
medium rare chicken will kill you. Medium rare chicken will kill you.
That's the Reese's lava talk of the night.
Well, boom goes the dynamite. And he's going to die from salmonella here in just a couple weeks.
Money for rent, and I eat medium rare chicken.
Boom goes the dynamite.
Wow.
Right back. I love how that's going to be clipped. Back-to-back 9s.
That was fantastic there from both of our players.
Back-to-back? No.
Not quite.
Had to ruin it.
But still, I mean, that's excellent right there. But Paul has the opportunity, a single 19, and he can take a risky play if he wants to. He stayed. Good play. I think with the higher ground, although it's subtle, I think that's a smart play.
As everybody knows, it still says booby on the title. I don't want anybody to forget that.
Just had to throw it out there. I would like to give a correction. It said in the title and description at first because I copy and paste.
Oh my goodness!
It said 48008.
Great calculator reference there. Oh man. All right.
But
Paul
the
has some
the
work to
four is
do.
up.
Needs 2 triples. Needs 2. Gets 2.
Gets it. Jacob Brooks looks like he got the victory.
Is that? I was trying to look for that. I saw the congrats.
Big
There.
8 mark once again from Bobby.
And that's what's pushing him out in front here. And now Paul has to search for the 17s. He's on his last leg here, literally.
But figuratively, if he wins this one.
It's a tough op right now. I mean, 18s with the almost 40-point lead. Yeah, and he just keeps kill shotting.
Paul's looking like a 9
dark
on the
kills.
bacon scale, close to done.
9 is done.
Dynamite drop.
9 is done. You should have said 8, but that was otherwise fantastic.
Dynamite drop. Overcooked. Oh my. Well, yeah. I mean, just go ahead. 16s over the 15s. Good stuff. And Bobby gives a little bit of some emotion there for the first time really tonight. Some high fives around too. He knows he's about to open up the door and walk on into the top 4.
Yeah, Paul Otto is about as done as my mom's rolls every time she makes them, because we sit down to eat and then she goes, the rolls.
Yep. You forgot him,
Cajun
Mom.
style.
You forgot him,
Bobby
Mom.
Dees. Un más, por favor. Not yet, but he does flight into the 18s. That's kind of nice because it does take away the chance at 4 to get the point lead. But those are going to be the last 3 darts on the winner's side for Paul Otto. Bobby Dees Jr. to get to the top 4 on the winner's side of Division 2 of the CSC Challenger Series. The Illini, Missouri gets the job done. 5.21.
I was wondering where you're going with that. Yeah, great shots all around. I mean, what an entertaining back and forth battle we just seen, folks. I mean, that was great for a Division II battle. 4.62 for Paul, 4.87 for Bobby. What a time to shine for Bobby Dees Jr.
Yeah. I mean, obviously their averages before the break were skyscraper-esque, but it comes back down a little bit. I'm going to give a shout out to Paul Otto. He shot very well before that break. Going into the break, he was the person that I would have picked out of it. And again, raises his average when he needed to, like he did last week and like he did the week before. He's dangerous in this tournament.
And this, we don't speak about this enough. I think we should. Nick,
Preach.
Do they get to choose if they have a break off stream, or is it automatically a break after 5?
They get to choose. If they're off stream, there's no requirement for break.
So that's something to bring up here, because we did see a little bit of a drop off from Paul out of the break. Did that play a factor? Maybe if he was able to just rattle off and continue, what happens then? So yeah, he only got 2 on the back end after the break. Kind of went through a 3-leg slump afterwards, but Bobby took advantage where he needed to, and that's where he won tonight. And like we said, going to advance into the top 4, and he's going to be a tough battle, man. I mean, his win rate's nice. He's got a good average. Probably going to be sitting close to the top on the overall averages here after this one, I would say. He's going to be tough.
Yeah, he's second right now in the averages heading into this one. I'm going to guess Corey Beck probably kept the lead, but if that match was going the way that it was. But
yeah,
you never know. This is something else that we don't talk about enough that I think we should also bring up. You can win a signed set of Johnny Clayton darts with A to Z Darts monthly raffle by purchasing their Dart of the Month special. Don't forget to check out their St. Patrick's Day sale to earn a free Condor flight. Not just one, like a set of them. Just tip and tap the banners on their website to shop all A to Z Dart deals.
Well done. Great performance, Sean. Great performance. Folks, thanks again for joining us Wednesday night. It was great here on a Division II. Good stuff. I like that, Sean. We got another fantastic battle coming your way on Monday night. Are we getting the first half of our top 4 here from Division I?
Yes.
Is that what I saw?
Yeah. It's the Gambler. Danny Baggish taking on Smash. Mike Maloney.
Hello.
Listen, 2 million viewers. Like it should be. Like it's that type of. It's a partnership that's battling out once again. It's becoming like the Patriots Colts. It's becoming Red Sox Yankees. It's just who's gonna take the series this time? Ohio State, Michigan.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I think this is going to be a good one. Monday night, 8 p.m., folks, Central Time. Join us right here on USC Darts as well as Partners Promoting Darts for another great battle in our CSC Challenger Series. Thanks for watching, folks. We appreciate it. We'll see you Monday night.